Good morning, I am Smeeta, Associate Professor, Fatima College, Madurai. Now we are going to see about introducing Visual Studio 2008. Visual Studio 2008 is an integrated development environment designed for writing, compiling and debugging the code in much simpler way. It contains a complete set of development tools for building ASP.NET web applications, web services, desktop applications and mobile applications. The following are some of the new features and enhancements made in Visual Studio 2008. Support for multi-targeting, support for ASP.NET, Ajax and JavaScript intelligence, support for LINQ, improved deployment, support for client application services, support for reporting applications. Now we will see everything in a detailed manner. Support for multi-targeting. Visual Studio 2008 supports multiple versions of the .NET framework such as 2.0, 3.0 and 3.5. This implies that we can now use Visual Studio 2008 to work with applications that targeted any of these .NET framework versions. This helps development applications that are not only executable on the current .NET framework but also on the previous version of the .NET framework. In addition, we can also upgrade and execute applications developed using previous version of .NET framework in Visual Studio 2008. We can select the .NET version we want to target in the new project dialog box, which appears when we select File, New Project from the menu bar. In the New Project dialog box, a Framework version drop-down list appears on the upper right corner of the dialog box, from where we can select the .NET Framework version. And second one in this is support for ASP.NET, Ajax and JavaScript intelligence. One of the new features that is beneficial for developers in Visual Studio is the built-in intelligence support for JavaScript and ASP.NET Ajax scripting. This makes the building of applications using JavaScript and Ajax considerably easier. If we double-click, the HTML button control in the design view would automatically create a basic code structure for the click event of the button. And the third one in this is support for LINQ. LINQ is one of the newest feature of Visual Studio that extend native query capabilities into the language syntax. In other words, it adds querying capabilities to .NET languages using syntax similar to SQL. It can support any kind of data source such as SQL, Oracle and Access. And the fourth one in this is improved deployment. Improved deployment is in Visual Studio 2008 has improved with the enhancement of Click Once deployment and Windows installer deployment for various applications. For instance, WPF applications and enhancements in the Click One deployment include generation manifest and the user account control. We will call it as UAC on Windows, Vista and support for third-party browsers. In addition, the .NET Framework launch condition helps in targeting application for the new .NET Framework 3.0 and 3.5 versions. Here, this improved deployment can be divided in two ways. One is Click Once deployment and another one is Windows installer deployment. Click One deployment, what are the operations are being performed means it supports WPF web browser application, provides independent software vendors, use project designer public page, helps user account control on Windows Vista, support third party browser, file name extension is also provided in this, changing the location is also allowed in this, and security reasons we will be using this Click Once deployment. And second one in this is Windows installer deployment. Windows installer deployment is Windows Vista smoothly and it helps in targeting of the applications in both .NET Framework 3.0 and 3.5 version. Thank you.